and adventures. Welcome to the Wrestling Commentaries. I'm John. This is Travis. And today we are being sponsored by a delectable drink from Taco Bell, exclusive Baja Blast from the Mountain Dew makers. Don't know why they don't have that in regular stores, but let's hop into it.
Alright, so let's start with Raw, as always.
You have to start with the one that everyone actually watches.
Mm-hmm.
People would watch SmackDown if it was on a better day. I'm going to harp on that for a little while, if you don't mind. Like I said, moving to Fridays was obviously a big mistake because their ratings dropped immediately. And that was the show keeping UPN alive, and without it, UPN went down. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that we've talked about now that we've just kind of gotten on to how when SmackDown was on UPN and on Thursdays, it thrived. It was getting up in the 3s and the 4s. Now it's struggling to meet 2, if even getting there. Because everybody's doing something on a Friday. But anyway, back to Raw. We saw The Miz get buried even further.
As Alex Riley received a bigger push.
And The Miz jumped him. He had an edge.
I know, I honestly, as much as I'm into this Alex Riley push, I really did think they would put some heat back on The Miz.
I know, that would have been nice.
But you have to admit, he could probably get it back just by doing one on the mic segment.
Yeah.
That's just how good of a talker he is, or at least how annoying of a talker he is, however you see him. Either way, he can get the heat. Yeah, either way, he can get the heat back. It doesn't really matter.
Now, we saw Karma come out there and discuss what had happened the week before, and a very rare, something you never see in WWE nowadays, it was a shoot.
Yes, it was.
Dun dun dun.
It was a shoot.
She actually came out there and discussed the real life situation of her being with child, and, you know, obviously she was upset because she had to make the choice to leave. And then the Bella twins came out there and started knocking her. By the way, Matt Morgan posted congratulations to Karma on his Twitter for her child.
Nice. I wonder whose baby it is.
Mark Henry's.
Oh.
There have been so many jokes about that already.
Has there really?
Yeah, the joke's like,
It's gonna be a hand.
yeah, someone said, let's hope it's not a glove. People saying, it's a sexual baby. But in all seriousness, congratulations to Karma. And
absolutely.
when she comes back, she'll be better than ever. She will be back in time for WrestleMania, I think. So
Should.
maybe she'll take on the Undertaker's undefeated streak.
Yeah. That'd be a terrible way for Taker to go out.
I wouldn't want to see him lose the streak, but that would be interesting. The first time a woman's ever gone for the streak.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah. There hasn't really been that many that could wrestle a dude.
China was the only one legitimate, and she really couldn't even wrestle that well. I mean,
That's true.
she had some power moves to her, which,
It was always nice.
yeah, power moves always make up for lack of wrestling ability.
They really do.
One David Batista would agree.
Yes, that is very true.
And another Marcus Henry would also agree.
Yeah.
I don't even know if his real name's Marcus, but
Maybe. I doubt it.
let's also discuss what's coming up this Monday. Jeremiah has been eliminated, so now we are down to 2. Andy and Luke. Travis, you have your prediction on who's going to win?
I think Luke's gonna win. He just seems like I don't know, it just doesn't seem like Andy's gonna win.
I do think that Andy is the better in-ring worker of the 2.
Yeah, but Luke's the better on the stick.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't get to tell you about the thing I found out about Luke, did I?
What?
He works for some kind of homosexual wrestling organization.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if he's actually gay or not, but maybe that's the only way he could get a job or in wrestling or something, but he could be, I don't know.
Did you notice how this year's Tough Enough group had more experience than any other, like...
Yeah. Matt, who was eliminated on, like, the 2nd episode, was the best as far as indies go. By the way, Matt Cross Look him up on YouTube. Incredible talent, all you people watching out there. And you will say, how did he get eliminated so soon? The answer, he didn't show what he had in the time he had.
But you have to. You have to show what you got.
He kind of played it safe, kind of said, I'm not going to try to excel.
You got to, though. That's the point of the competition. That's what Stone Cold said.
You throw that bag they have you do your slams on to, and you do your corkscrew 450, which he can do.
Yeah. Dude, if he'd have done that on the show, it'd have been over. Austin would have been like, oh, we gotta run.
And he can do the shooting star press if he had done that.
If he'd have done that, they'd probably like, well, we're done. Everybody else, you're going home.
Yeah, that's what helped John Morrison win his season of Tough Enough. He did a shooting star press during one of his in-ring exhibitions. They go, whoa, that was a standing shooting star press at that.
He did? Damn.
I've seen him do it a few times. He's really impressive in the ring. John Morrison is,
right.
But we all know that.
Right.
We saw R-Truth take his heel turn to another level. It's too bad that they had those technical difficulties, because I bet you that segment was pure gold.
They did show it, remember?
Yeah, later on in the night.
Right.
But they didn't show the very beginning where he was like pointing at the Zack Ryder t-shirt, etc. They just showed him like towards the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
The sale is over! And I loved what he said.
What?
When the GM said, by the way, all little Jimmies will be banned from ringside.
And you think it's a joke?
You're gonna get got!
That was awesome! He's gonna get got. He needs to start saying that.
Oh my, did you love how that guy said what's up?
Yeah.
And he took it as a joke. I don't think that guy was even going for that. I think he was just saying that as the first thing that came to his mind. I don't even think he put that joke together. And, by the way, if you're future reference, if you're going to have a part of the show where the superstar is going to throw some kind of beverage at the audience members, make sure the audience members know it's going to happen. Make sure they know they're going to get hassled.
No, that was an actor.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the dad was an actor for sure.
Oh. Oh, okay. I was worried. Man, John Cena's not that boy's hero. That man's that boy's hero. And R-Truth just punked him out, but...
No.
Was the kid an actor too? Or?
Probably. I said that whole little family group was.
Because they did not really look like they were actors. They looked like they...
WWE does tend to do that really good.
Well, let's talk about Impact Wrestling, because it was actually a decent episode this week.
Okay.
But then again, it's mostly just because I enjoyed the Kazarian-Kendrick match so much. Very good match. Had an ending where it was like a time limit draw. Then they started giving it 5 more minutes, and Abyss came out there and took them both out. So the ending kind of sucked.
Why do they keep destroying the X Division?
Because I think it's kind of like supposed to be Bischoff and Hogan's plot to bury the X Division.
They must have some payoff coming for this. Because they know.
Yeah,
Bischoff and Hogan, as much as they probably don't like it, they know where that money is.
Well, Destination X, Mick Foley made that an X Division pay-per-view. And he also announced the return of the six-sided ring.
For one night.
One night only. On pay-per-view.
Anyway.
That was some good voiceover, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, also at the very beginning of the show, we see ODB attack Velvet Sky and strip her of her clothes. Half-naked Velvet Sky always sends the fans home happy.
That's true.
And there was some kind of angle, no pun intended, with Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett, where during their match where it was Angle and Morgan versus Steiner and Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Matt Morgan is hopefully going to get utilized more in the future. But as of right now, let's talk about this. Jarrett and Angle left the ring during the match and went up by the stage. And there was a point where Angle was staring down Karen Jarrett. Then Jarrett jumped Angle from behind, and it like caused Karen to go down a flight of stairs and twist her ankle or something. Don't know what's up with that. And I guess either Jarrett and Angle were yelling at each other, and I guess they're either acting really well, or they were legitimately pissed at each other. Because I would believe either one of those, actually. More likely the second. Because they brought in... I'm going to knock TNA, even though they had a good show, I'm going to knock them about one thing. They brought in a really heated personal situation and tried to make a big storyline out of it.
Yeah.
That... I mean, you're exposing two people's families on TV, for Christ's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to result in Angle jumping out of TNA. And, I mean, I guess Jarrett won't have any problem with it because it's his freaking company. Even though he doesn't have power anymore.
I wonder why he signed away power.
I think it was mostly due to the whole Karen, Kurt, Jarrett situation. That's about when it happened anyway.
You gonna talk about SmackDown?
Which is on as we speak. By the way, we're recording our show while SmackDown is on.
Well, you can always watch SmackDown online, on YouTube, on WWE's fan page.
And we already saw spoilers for it anyway.
Go ahead and talk about them. Spoilers.
Spoiler. Yeah, Orton retains the title. I think his match with Sheamus ends up in a DQ. After the match, Christian hits Orton in the head with the belt. I don't know if that's really the beginning of the heel turn yet or not. It's hard telling.
I wonder why they're turning him heel. Do they think it's going to create a better
good
match or whatever?
You know how they could have done it? Think about it like this. They could have had Christian hold the belt for a few months. Have him go through guys like Mark Henry, Sheamus, the Wade Barretts of SmackDown, Go through them a few pay-per-views. Then when he gets to SummerSlam, legitimized champion. Then have him and Orton, the two top guys on SmackDown, two top faces, because we all know face versus face sells pay-per-views. Need proof? WrestleMania 23 is the highest selling pay-per-view of all time, and the two main events were Undertaker babyface versus Batista babyface world title, and Shawn Michaels babyface versus John Cena babyface WWE title. Anyway, you got the legitimate champion versus the hungry challenger Randy Orton. Two big names on SmackDown colliding. And it's a situation where nobody wants either of them to lose, so
right.
So everybody can win.
Right. And then you put the belt on Orton. And everything's fine. Orton has the belt now.
Yeah.
He can be the guy.
Well, at least they had the match of the year at Over the Limit, apparently.
Apparently.
Well, anything else you want to discuss?
NXT still sucks. Superstars, I've never watched an episode in my entire life.
They let the lower card guys get on there, and by the way, I've seen it before when it was on TV.
Uh-huh.
Good action. Like, I've seen matches between guys like Masters and McIntyre. Good stuff. Ted DiBiase and Daniel Bryan, always good. And also, we do need to bring up that Mick Foley has apparently been fired from Impact Wrestling. We'll see how that turns out. Until then, I'm John.
I'm Travis.
Get yourself down to Taco Bell and get yourself a Baja Blast.
See ya.
What's the matter with you people?